Reason for Sam and Dakota Johnson's split finally revealed. Amy Shiels' name mentioned. It all started like a movie. And unfortunately, it also ended like a script with a final twist that left the audience speechless. Sam Heughan, a Scottish actor with a look that seemed to come out of a romance novel, and Dakota Johnson, a sophisticated and profound muse of American cinema, were once a couple kept so secret that no one was sure if they were really in love. However, the clues revealed from their shared journeys, events that happened at different times but still appeared together, and meaningful looks made many people believe they were really in love. Deeply in love, secretly in love, until one day, everything stopped. There was no announcement of a breakup. No official post, no final photos, just silence, and a cold wall separating them at big events, where before, they used to exchange glances that burned the camera lens. The media frantically asked the question, why did they break up? And nearly 2 years later, the answer has emerged, a name that had been thought to have been forgotten, Amy Shiels. A name from the past, Amy Shiels, an Irish actress, known for her role in the series Twin Peaks, and a few supporting roles in mid-range action movies. She was never really famous, but for a certain period, the press mentioned her as rumored lover of Sam Heughan around 2018. The two appeared together a few times, not publicly, not affectionately, but enough to spark a series of articles speculating. Then, like any other short-lived scandal, their story died down. No one mentioned Amy anymore when Sam became the center of a legendary nameless love affair with Dakota Johnson. Until Amy appeared in Iceland in the winter of 2023, where Sam was filming a project that lasted more than a year. A crew member, who asked not to be named, recalled, she wasn't on the cast list. But Sam arranged for her to be backstage. At first, we thought she was an old friend, but gradually, they started getting closer, in a way that many people found strange. And what was even stranger, right after that visit, Dakota Johnson cancelled a flight to Iceland that she had booked a month earlier. A fateful text, a source close to Dakota shares, Dakota found a text. Not a long chat, just a single message, sent from an unknown number. I still have the bracelet you gave me. Here I come. The sender, Amy. The bracelet, a dark brown leather bracelet, seen on Sam's wrist in a few photos from 2018. Soon after the text, Dakota's phone buzzed. A photo from a friend who worked on the film, of Amy and Sam standing side by side, closer than friends should be. She didn't ask, she didn't question, she didn't confront. Dakota Johnson, as she had always done, quietly closed her phone, booked a one-way flight back to Los Angeles, and said nothing. Sam explains, too late. 3 weeks later, Sam Heughan showed up in Los Angeles, unannounced. He found Dakota in a bar, the small coffee shop in Silver Lake, where they had dated last fall. She arrived, not too late, not too early. She sat down, ordered the same mint tea. But her eyes were colder than the Icelandic winter. There's nothing going on between Amy and me. She just stopped by. We're just old friends. Old friends don't say, still have that bracelet you gave me. Sam was silent. Dakota looked straight at him. I'm not mad. I'm just tired. I can't be in a relationship where a third person is always lurking somewhere. I can't keep loving while always wondering, is there someone waiting for you on another continent? Sam didn't argue, because he knew, if he did, he'd be lying, and Dakota Johnson, the woman who smiled when her heart was breaking, stood up, placing a piece of paper on the table. A letter, not long, not too touching, just enough to close a chapter. Thank you for loving me. And you love me too, deeply, but briefly. Just days after Sam and Dakota's last meeting at the Silver Lake coffee shop, the media began leaking information about the third person suspected of breaking up Hollywood's most secretive love story. The name Amy Shiels appeared simultaneously on social media sites with many sensational tones. Amy Shiels and Sam Heughan, ex-lovers, come back without being asked. Dakota Johnson leaves after discovering a shocking secret in Iceland. The mysterious woman who broke Dakota Johnson's heart, Amy, remained silent for 3 weeks. But then, in a short interview with the Irish Star, when asked directly if she was involved in the breakup between Sam and Dakota, Amy smiled faintly and said, "I'm not important enough to break up a true love. If they broke up, the problem probably started before I appeared again." That statement immediately sparked a wave of criticism. Public opinion is divided. One side sees her as a third person indirectly interfering in a love affair that does not belong to them, even if it is just with an old bracelet. The other side criticizes Sam, saying that he did not break with the past, making everything complicated. In particular, a group of loyal fans of Dakota, those who once believed absolutely in her love with Sam, started the #RespectDakota campaign, asking people to stop digging into her private life and respect her decision to remain silent. A viral comment on X, formerly Twitter, reads, "Amy may be the fire, but Sam brings dry wood. And it is his silence that burns Dakota down. After the breakup, each one goes their own way." Time passes. The news subsides, public opinion moves on to other topics. But the people involved, Dakota, Sam, and Amy, are not easily forgotten. Dakota Johnson. After the incident, Dakota almost disappeared from the media for a while. She withdrew from a major Netflix film project that she had been excitedly preparing for half a year, and instead, accepted an independent film by an unknown female director, with a budget of only 1/50th. The film was called The Ghost Seat, about a woman who often leaves an empty chair next to her at parties, as a ritual to make room for someone who is no longer there. Audiences and critics immediately saw the message. That chair was for Sam. She did not confirm. She did not deny, but in a rare interview, when asked about why she chose this so sad script, Dakota simply said, "I learned that sometimes people do not leave with their feet, but with their hearts." Sam Heughan. As for Sam, he continued filming, appearing on press conferences, talk shows, and even took on a role in an American action movie, his big break from television to the silver screen. He smiled, he talked, he acted. But in a behind-the-scenes interview, when asked about his biggest fear, he sighed. Fear of losing something you can't have back. Fear of waking up one day and realizing the person you need is gone, and not waiting for you anymore. Number one said a name, but everyone knew he was talking about Dakota. Is there only one truth? In the end, everything was clear, at least as far as the story goes. Amy Shiels may have been a spark that flared up in the ashes that hadn't cooled yet. Sam may have made a mistake, or just been too slow in choosing the right thing. Dakota may have gone too soon, or at the right time. But the important thing is, no one needs a straight answer anymore, as one journalist wrote. Sometimes the truth is not one. It is 100 fragments that have fallen from the same mirror. All reflect the truth, but distorted in their own way, and the love story between Sam Heughan and Dakota Johnson, which began with silence, ended with silence, will forever be one of the most beautiful, saddest, and also regrettable mysteries of modern Hollywood.